Time for some Resident Evil Battle to the Death. I've come up with a list of Resident Evil characters that I think would be cool to see each other get into a fight. I will go through the list and I will talk about the advantages and disadvantages of each character, and then I will choose which character I think would win in the battle. And then at the end of the video you can tell who you think would win in the comments. Here are the first of the list. The Hunter and the Eliminator. Alright, so each one of these I think would be a pretty cool fight to see. They're both very dangerous characters, both in Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil Remake. The Eliminators, really, their advantage is they're fast, they're strong. Normally they're in pairs when you're fighting, so they're about 2 or 3 of them at a time. And they have good strength. They have claws. They're not really big, but they do have claws. Their disadvantage, they're not quite as powerful as the Hunter. They don't have very good protection. You know, there's just fur, and they can die pretty easily with a shotgun or something like that. Now, the Hunter, its advantages are its body. It's very strong, so it has good armor. If you ever play the games, you know they're pretty tough. It takes multiple shots with a shotgun. They have a one-hit kill to humans, so it'd probably be the same thing with the Eliminator. One hit and it's over. But if there are more than one Eliminator, it might cause a bit of a challenge. And its disadvantages are it can be a little slow at times, but not very slow. So its disadvantages aren't that great. I mean, that bad. If I had to decide which one I think would win between these two, I'd have to go with the Hunter, just because it has that one hit kill, and the Eliminator doesn't really have that, and it has better protection too. So to me, the Hunter would win this one. Alright, now for the second round fighters of who I think would make a good fight, and here they are. Barry versus Billy. Alright, I like to see these two go at it and see who would win. Barry's advantage is his gun. I mean, it's called Barry's gun because it's so powerful. We've seen him use it many times. We've even heard him quote about it. I mean, that gun is definitely his obvious advantage. Then you got Billy, and his advantage is, well, he was in the Army. I believe it was the Army. Which, I mean, hey, there's another advantage for Barry. He's a STARS member, so he has that training, but Billy had the training of being in the Army, so he has that skill level. He knows how to use miniguns as well, so it would be a good battle to see. However, my vote goes to Barry, because how couldn't you choose Barry? I mean, he's just awesome. He came up with Jill Sandwich. Billy ain't got that kind of sense of humor, so Barry wins this fight, hands down. I mean, how couldn't you choose a guy who has lines like this right here?
Just a moment. I found something.
What is it?
It's a weapon. It's really powerful, especially against living things. Better take it with you.
But how about you, Barry?
I have this.
I could just see Barry using that quote against Billy. They go up and they're about to fight, and he's all, "I have this." Bam! Game over. I could just see that happening. Anyways, time to move on to the next two challengers of who I think would win. I mean, not win, but would make a good battle in Resident Evil, and here they are. Hunk versus Krauser. Now, this one to me would be pretty interesting because they're both very skilled. They both have a lot of power when it comes to using weapons and how to use combat skills and just all that. So they're very talented in that. Hunk's advantage is he's the man of death. I mean, the guy never seems to die. He survived against William Birkin and his whole team died. He never fails a single mission, so if he was on a mission to kill Krauser, you better believe he'd probably succeed. He has that TMP, which is like probably, I think, the best TMP ever, and he has his neck break technique and just all those great combat and skills, so Those are his advantages. His disadvantage is he wasn't in another game. I really don't know. He doesn't really have a disadvantage. Krauser, his advantages are he's very good with combat. He has a powerful kick. He has the bow and arrows. He has great knife combat. He has a TMP as well. And his most powerful weapon is his arm. So he has all of those. So another advantage is he has more weapon choices than Hunk does. But his disadvantage is he has been beaten twice. Leon and Ada have defeated him. And let's see, if the two were to get into a fight, the one I would vote for would be Hunk, due to the fact that he never can die and that he succeeds in all his missions. And if they were to go up against each other, Hunk would have a better plan than Krauser. Krauser would think that he could defeat him, and then he'd get ahead of himself, and then he would fall and lose just like he did to Leon and Ada. So that's who I think would win, is Krauser. That was my Resident Evil list of characters I think would be cool to see get into a fight. You can comment on each one of who you think would win in a battle, or just one if that's all you want to choose from. I might do another one of these Battle to the Death Resident Evil list things again, just because there's a lot more characters that I would like to choose from, a lot more monsters, a lot more people. But comment who you think would win between each one of them, and see you till next time.
Jill? Is that you, Jill? What happened?
Barry, help me, please. The door won't open. Quick!
Stay away from the door, Jill. I'm gonna kick this door down.
Hurry! This way!
Oh, Barry!
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. Barry, thanks for saving my life. But Barry, didn't you say you're going back to the dining room to do some research? Why on earth are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Now, let's get back to searching for the lost captain and Chris, shall we?
Thank you, Barry.
Yeah.